My name is Toyeb. When I became blind at the age of 10, there were no PSID activities in my local area. My parents died soon after I became disabled. After they died, I had no way to feed myself. At that time, my grandmother helped to bring me up, but she also died. My neighbours and community worried about me. They wondered what I would do being blind and how I would feed myself. But no one really stood by me. At the age of 15, my aunt brought me to live with her. At that time, I was begging in order to feed myself. She couldn't bear to see my pain. My life continued in this way up until the time that PSID came to my area. At that time, I had an 11-day-old baby, a wife, and a mother-in-law. How could I live my life? It's difficult to describe. When I try to describe it, I get upset. Actually, I don't want to talk about it at all. When PSID came to my area, one of the staff came to my house. He was talking about disability, about teaching me different strategies to help in my life. I listened to him and then told him, "My father wasn't able to do anything for me. How will PSID do anything for me?" With tears in my eyes, I said to him, "God made me disabled. Don't think about me too much." But he told me that, God willing, through PSID there were many things that I could do and that I should not be disheartened. So I decided to give 15 days of my time. During this time I learned what disability is and what it means, and I understood that. After having capacity building and leadership training, I understood about leadership, and I tried to internalise what they were teaching us. In all, I had 16 trainings. I also received 11 days training on how to walk as a blind person. From this, I learnt to walk more freely. After these trainings, I told myself, you can't stay disheartened anymore. In my family and in my community, I told them, don't look at disabled people in a discriminatory way. Disabled people are your brothers and your sisters. After training, I received a loan from the GDPOD. With that money, I established a community shop and started my business. While I was doing my business, the PSID staff told me that the government was providing loans for people with disabilities. I applied for a no-interest loan from the government. They gave me the loan. At first, it was 10,000 taka. With that money, I leased some land and was also able to continue running my shop. I used the land for agriculture. In this process, my life improved a lot. I have become Vice Chairman of Kurigram DPOD with the support of all the members of the DPOD. After becoming Vice Chairman, I have represented the DPOD to the District Commissioner and have spoken about disability issues with him. I myself fight with the government officials and public representatives for the disability pension and have ensured their support for 37 people with disabilities. Even yesterday I had a meeting and discussed about giving the pension to 6 people with disabilities of each union. I asked them to ensure that appropriate people with disabilities are selected for the pension. If appropriate people with disabilities do not get that pension, I will notify the district office. We have already come down the path that is PSID. If the Bangladesh government uses that path, then people with disabilities will reach a higher level in the society, such as becoming a member of parliament or a magistrate. Now I am thinking about Kurigram DPOD. In the same way BPKS and PSID came to help the people with disabilities in this area, in the same way we can extend our work. I have visited every GDPOD of Kurigram DPOD and have come to know more about disability. Everyone needs savings. If we have savings, we don't need to beg. With our own money, we can live our lives. Now, I don't think of myself as just a visually disabled person. You want to know what changes came into my life from PSID? This example will be enough. I am now a member of a school managing committee. Before, I wondered how to feed myself. Now, if I want to, I can feed my family 5 times. Not just my family, I can also feed another 50 people. Before, I had a mud house. That was destroyed by a storm. Now, I have 3 houses, all made from tin. I have a plan to build a solid house very soon. Now, I know that though I am disabled, I have the ability to work. If we can work, God willing of course, there will be no poverty. It has been instilled inside me that I have capacity, and I am proud of that.